evening, Manchester. How are we doing? Yes, well, happy International Women's Day. I am Salma, and I'm going to talk about two things. I want to moan about two things. Is that all right? Yeah, let's do it. It's Women's International Day, after all. First thing I want to moan about, right, is children. Right? Why do we treat them like sacred cows? Why is society so child-centred? Because children are stupid. Right? And I know this because I've got 3 of them. Yeah, children, not cows. Although one could be described as a cow. Right? I know I'm a terrible mother for saying that, right? But as I keep telling my cow teenager, I'm just #telling my truth. And while we're at it, right, children's drawings, they're shit. My 3 give me their paintings, right, to put on the fridge, put them straight in the bin. Right? But they're so terrible, right? Even the recycling people won't take them. Yeah? So I make a bonfire out of them. Get them to watch. Do better. That's why my children are in London and I'm up here, by the way. What's the other thing that annoys me? Last thing that annoys me, right? And then we'll move on to some political stuff. I can do that, I'm brown. The other thing that annoys me, right, is why am I getting invited to diversity training days? Yeah. I understand why you lot are. But me, by my colleague Muna, right, who's a so-called ethnic, now I can say that, you definitely can't. And what she did, right, is she gathered all our white colleagues in a room, a bit like this. Read the room, Salma, read the room. She got them in the room, right, and she walks around the room and she's like, I can smell a racist. Can't take Muna anywhere. And then she looks at me and she went, Salma, can you smell a racist? And I think, finally, a witch hunt I can be part of. Right? So I took a deep breath in and my white colleagues started tensing up. Bums clenched on the seat. A bit like this guy here again. But you can unclench them, right? Because actually I was remembering my school days, right? And the smell of my first crush, Jamie. Aww. Or as we used to call him, Jamie the racist. Right? To be fair to him, he was a bloody racist. But alhamdulillah, he smelled good. Oh yeah. He smelled of Lynx Africa. That's an ironic scent choice, isn't it? For a man who's all about white power. His mum's stolen silk-cut cigarettes and shepherd's pie. It's the trifecta of whiteness. Now, speaking of racists, I am actually married to a white man. My people. It's for my sins, right? I mean, it's a bit difficult, because I'm a Pakistani ex-Muslim, right? And now married to a white Irish Catholic. Yeah. So I'm not sure how this whole sin thing works. But I reckon through this marriage, I'm atoning for all of my sins at once. And the sins of my ancestors. Yeah? Now, look, I'm not saying all white people are racist. But when my husband, Sean, pisses me off, I call him the great white bastarder. Yeah? Thank you. It's like he represents all the racists in the world right now. Trump, Musk, Tommy Robinson. Well, you can boo right now. Boo, yes. Or cheer, I'm very inclusive. Yeah. I did the same joke in Syston, they were cheering. In Leicester, yeah. Don't recommend it. No, look, to be fair, right, my husband Sean, he does get his own back on me, right? I don't know if your partners do this, but he plays this game and it's called Where Is It? Thank you. Right, we're at the kitchen cupboard this morning and I'm like, he's like, where is it? I'm like, it's right there. Where? There. There. And this is how he looks for things. So, and yeah, I shouldn't be so surprised. He's like that down there as well. Too little while to bit of a thinker, that one, wasn't it? Or I like to call her these days my Cellar. Right? Yeah. Who's in their 20s here? Yes, yeah. See, in my 20s, right, my Cellar, she was mean and tight. Like Priti Patel's mouth. I mean, these days it's more like Gandhi slippers. You know. Yeah. Mixed race marriages, they have their unique challenges, right? I met Sean's parents for the first time in a pub at 11 a.m. Yeah, because my father-in-law is an alcoholic. And I think he was trying to impress me, come and meet me in the office, which is what he calls the pub. Now, what I don't get, right, is some of Sean's cousins and aunts have died from drinking. So we go and celebrate their lives by going to the pub and drinking. His family's got a problem with alcohol. You know what the bigger problem is? They don't understand irony. Thank you. And I think Sean married me, right, a Muslim, as a way to escape all the alcoholism in his family. But what he didn't realise, as an ex-Muslim, I'm doing 7 people's worth of drinking here. So I meet Sean's dad, right, for the first time, and it's the weirdest display of unity that only a drunk man can think of. He put on an Irish folk tune on the jukebox called Pakistani Pat. You're in shock. Imagine how I felt, right? I know what you're thinking. There's no way on Allah's green earth is there an Irish folk tune called Pakistani Pat. Believe me, there is. I've heard every cringe-inducing word. Okay, right, so let me explain Pakistani Pat, written in the 70s. So diversity training, not a thing. Speaking of diversity, do not expect me to sing it. Right? My Irish accent is so bad, it sounds Jamaican. It's a whole other level of racism we just don't need, do we? No. Now, as a good ex-Muslim and now an ex-Catholic as well, I just want to let you know, I'm going to celebrate Easter this year. Yeah, ooh. And it's going to be on our long kitchen island. Yes, because I have one of those. Those of you in their 20s cheering earlier, you can't afford it, can you? No, you can't. So yeah, this is going to be like the last supper to saying bye-bye to working class hoodom and summoning to the middle class kingdom, right? So I'm going to roast a leg of lamb, except my mother-in-law doesn't want to eat it. She says they're too cute, right? So she'll eat chicken though, because she says they're mingers. And she's speaking of mingers, she leans across our long kitchen island and she's like, Salma, you and Sean, you know oil paintings. And do you wear that lipstick alone when you go to the pub? She's intimating that I'm a whore. And what I want to say is, Mary, how do you think I met your son? I will leave you with this. Look, the reality is, you know, you've got to let her say these things. She's got bipolar, she's got Parkinson's. So when I took her to the hairdressers yesterday and she said to the man, thank you for taming my bush, I did not correct her. She deserves some of the social isolation that comes from that comment. I've been Salma Lyons. You have been delightful. Thank you so much. Thank you.